getting everybody set up for this first semi-final. It's going to be Future taking on the Menace. That is B. They're taking down the Alpha X Broskies down on the bottom side. Common, looking forward to this one, man. NA versus EU. Classic showdown. You're muted if you're...
Yeah, definitely still muted. Hey, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Future's been showing some good games. B is a monster in the pizza world. Who are you rooting for? Odds aside, who do you want to see in the finals?
You know, I'm a big Future fan. I would love to see him in the finals. And I would love to see him just kind of come into his own, become the Mad King Tyrant that we all need and deserve for the pizza pie. You know, sit atop his throne, kicking down the peasants. I'm
gonna go underdog here. I'm gonna go for the B man, the Beaster, the Biaroni.
Yeah, sorry, the Beaster. Sorry, I'm having to get the guys to be the.
You do you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm me, and
no, I had to. I was trying to. I had to set up the names. I was trying to get them to be the right color. I was. Listen, man, I have stuff going on. All right, I'm in a button up in my bedroom. All right.
Beautiful human being, and the world respects you.
No, it's got stuff going on, man. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do.
I didn't know you are in a button up. Look at you. I did dress up for the last finals. Maybe I've just lost heart and passion.
You did. Maybe you did.
I need correction in my life.
Clearly, that's why you married. That's why you got married, right? And so
yeah,
get that.
Oh, absolutely.
That firm
guidance in my
guidance.
life.
That's the word. Thank you.
Get me on the right path. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey guys, so here we are getting ready now for this next game, guys. It is going to be B taking on Future in a best of 3 ZVT. We decide who is going to be coming out on top in this best of 3. Let me finish fixing the names before we start these intros.
We've been doing a little bit of stream prep here. Get you guys the right names in the right bot. I'm watching mine. Like, you're gonna change mine again. I'm late.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Here we go. Do the honors, my friend.
In the bottom left-hand corner, the Blueser, representing himself and his clan. It is 3DB.
His opponent, up in the top right-hand side, the North American Terran, hailing from Infinity Gaming, it's Future.
See, I tell you, one of the you're shouting about the button up on the stream. I thought you shouted about the button up. I'm watching your hands go on the stream. I didn't realize you were so verbose.
Sorry? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm looking at the delay when you were talking about your button up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing you point at me with the knife hand, and you're shouting. I feel a little bit emasculated right now. I think that was a very strong position you took.
I was leaning into the bit, and I might have taken it too far. The hand was too much. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Knife hands. It's like Edward Scissorhands, but like he way less cool. He can't use them to cut hair or anything. He just kind of like has these machetes for hands, just like I'm useless at everything I do. Like Edward Scissorhands is some like he's an artist and he cuts hair really really nice, and Machete Hands just stabs people. He's got to have these giant scabbards.
Machetes are meant for chopping through the woods, though. They're not meant for stabbing people.
You're right. Slicing people would be the more accurate term there. You're right. Excuse me.
Knife hands are a very big, like, drill sergeant thing. Like, when they get in your face, it's the knife hand.
Oh, yeah? Like right under your like under your nose type thing?
Right in your face. Just fingers in the face, pointing. It's a very...
And I assume it's very frowned upon to, like, flinch from that, huh?
It just depends on how much of an asshole you want to be. Realistically, basic. It's basic. That's what it is. But we try to we have strayed away over time from being assholes for the sake of being assholes. We try to put purpose behind all the gestures now.
Good. Important.
Yeah, it's growth and development. That's a huge side story.
Yeah,
we could maybe talk.
Yeah, we could spend hours about that as Natural command center is coming down here for Future, down on his low ground. We have the reactor getting ready to get swapped over onto that factory as he sets up for, once again, a very standard looking early game. Starport coming down for him, speed on the way for B. And that Reaper still looking for anything he can. Looks like he might have gotten a creep tumor here. Yeah, he did. Nice job.
All right. So taking a look, we're getting at a Future.
Ooh.
I love it.
Almost got that kill.
1 health, 3 health.
Yeah, 3 health.
And regenerating. So we're getting some Hellions, 2 at a time coming out. We're getting a tech lab on the racks. Probably I think a swap over here with the starport.
It's looking like it, since we don't see anything coming out of that starport. Yeah. Okay, so once again, gonna go for that. I mean, looking like Cloak Banshee play. Sometimes you can see a Raven come out of this instead, but
sure.
Nothing like that coming through. I haven't seen Future lean too much into the battlecruiser opener that has been so prevalent in this matchup as of late. Been a little bit surprised about that. I've never really seen Future be too much of a battlecruiser, air quotes, abuser, for lack of a better term.
But I see this is good. I like these openers. Poor Reaper getting just bit into pieces there. I like the mobility here that Terran gets, and this. Hellion plus Banshee, it's a lot of speed, it's a lot of anti-Zergling, anti-Roach, kind of, eventually. It's a great early maneuver. It's just one of those, it gets defeated when they stick to it too long, or don't get the killing blow, maybe overly heavily commit. I don't expect to see these issues. I'm going to watch for when we stop seeing Banshees. Does he get the same kind of, oh, right here in the front row, handful of links putting some pressure on.
Yeah, trying to break through, just looking for any pressure they can. A couple of Marines are here, and this shouldn't be able to break through or anything. But got a SCV kill, pulls these Hellions all the way back home. And like you were saying, these Hellions are looking for some harassment. They're looking to be, at worst, just contesting the creep in the center of the map. You know, even if that is all they're doing, that is still a good use of their time. This Banshee getting a couple tumors right now is very nice as well, as it continues to head in here. Good job by B overall, getting well established to respond to this and keep things safe. Hellions for Future coming up along the left side, or the bottom side of this map, and continuing just to contest that creep. And that is such a important part of this matchup. Saw some matches earlier today in the OSC championship where the creep spread was right outside the Terran natural, and there's just it's just so difficult to break out from that point. You know, obviously that was much later in the game, but keeping it from that point, forcing the Zerg to fight off creep, just gives you so much more strength in this mid-game and gives you more opportunities. The stim finishes up in 1-1, gets started here for Future. Yeah, I'm really liking Future's spot. Oh, but the Hellions, a little far forward.
Really good maneuvering there from 3D.
Yeah, but now off creep, the Hellions come into their own.
I'm taking a look at Banshees. We're doing some swinging up there. Looks like I got 3 drones, at least 3 kills. We're seeing Future kind of ramp up into bio. There's that big transition there, popping out. Was that 5 Marines at once, 2 medevacs, and a tank? This is a very, especially when you get these tanks in a good siege position. You get the Hellion supporting, which in the middle they are just going, having so many problems with these lings. They're getting some great kills, some great maneuverability here from B. Banshee's coming in to join that, join the defense here.
Yeah, being absolutely relentless, hunting them down. But it was those 6 Hellions for the 49 Zerglings of the side of B that he has lost so far in this game. So Future, I think, more than happy with this trade as he works on his wall for his 3rd base and going to be keeping himself pretty well established here. His economy looking very good, 61 to 66. That income advantage looking just about dead even, much as you can expect here in this early game. Couple medevacs are once again empty from Future heading into the center of the map.
This is, well, he's here to support at least.
Yeah, then now finally bringing the army around behind it. What a goofy guy.
I'm gonna give those lings a lot of credit there. Trading out for those Hellions means right now this push lacks some AoE, lacks some additional kick that it would have had if it had Hellions in support. This here is gonna be a good base of fire. He's gonna come up this ramp established. Wait, there's no way through these minerals right now, right?
Correct. They would have to get mined out.
Right, hatchery though. Unfortunate placement there. A long way to support that.
Yeah, will indeed be canceled. Drone gets killed. Another hatchery going down on the top side, but 2 Banshees are here and should be able to force another cancel and kill that drone. Nice little grab as the Zerglings arrive near the 3rd base. Going to be trying to knock on the front door. Good rallies, though, from Future. Will have them well in position to respond to this. Zerglings continue to just test out the walls. As actually, he drops into the main base. Big tank shot there, killing a few of these Hydras, and now working on that static defense. The spawning pool will fall here. That's going to make things very uncomfortable to try and respond to this. Moving forward with that Spore Crawler, trying to soak up some of the shots with it if he can. The 2 tanks on the low ground will not be able to get enough shots right now, and the tanks will unsiege and go ahead and get on out of here. Nice job by Future evacing just at the right moment, and likewise a good move by B to force that response, force him to get out of his base. He starts up his hive.
Very good at getting the damage done, getting out of there before he overstays as well. A little bit of pressure here, though, right back. That's force now getting pushed back by the Hydras.
A great grab there. Kills that medevac, makes that relatively expensive here for Future, about as expensive as he could be, and not get completely wiped out. I like the Overlords in position at the 4th base location, spreading that creep, but Future is here with a lot of army, 85 supply to 64. There are not Banelings with this composition. There is not any AoE here for B. He is all just Zerglings and, excuse me, just Hydralisk right now, 23 Hydras to be exact, up against a full force of Stimmed Bio with 2-2 finishing shortly. They're beginning this siege, plus 2 Carapace is finishing soon for these Hydras. That's going to help them survive these tank shots a bit more, and of course survive against these Marines much more effectively as well. But with 2-2 finishing soon for Future, this bio is about to pack a hell of a punch.
This is a great wedge. You either got to sacrifice or send the army. It looks like exactly what he's doing. Great concave there. The Hydra's putting down so much damage. Will it be enough? The Marines getting pushed back. Tanks doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, for another one coming up and getting sieged on the bottom side, but it looks like there's not quite enough bio here for now, and so the tanks will get routed. Now the Hydra's pushing out a little bit farther. More Marines arriving here for the side of Future.
It's not over.
He regroups in the center. He wants more. He's continuing this push. The Overlord, meanwhile, is still blocking that 4th base location as he tries to build it over on the side. Now Future pushing the high ground once again. And yet again, it's a good concave for B. Then again, it's a similar army supply difference, but this time 2-2 is done. Blinding Cloud goes through, forcing those Marines to move forward. The tank not even sieging up. And look at how big a difference that +2 weapons makes. The tank not even siege this time. The infantry trading out so much better. And he is able to get a well-earned Game 1 victory here for Future. Nicely done. Yeah, GG. Great execution of that push. Good job recognizing his power spike. And, I mean, it's really just about that simple, right? He didn't have much crazy harassment. He was able to delay that 3rd base pretty significantly. That is a pretty big factor, obviously weakening that larva economy and, of course, the mineral economy as well, right? Less stuff to mine out of means you're a poorer player overall. Funny how that works.
I always like when watching Future. He takes these big fights, he loses massive amounts of army, and then he just rolls in another equivalent force right behind it. Having lost the fight to Defender's Advantage, at that end, B was still behind.
Mm-hmm.
Because what showed up next was the same size force. He had to beat it twice in a row with the reduced defense. Just really like when Future, how he pulls his forces for the 2nd attack. I'm streaming Marines like one at a time into the fight, and it never works out.
Yeah, it's just like, why am I not breaking him here? All my units are here.
All of them.
Every single one.
One at a time.
It's a great series here so far as Future comes out dominant in Game 1. Now, we have Game number 2 coming up on Triton for this ZVT. Forward to it, guys. If you have not checked out that Matcherino, you do still have plenty of time to do so. ! Matcherino in the chat to check that out. Donate using code OSC. OSCS7 is one of the coupon codes for the OSC championships going on. This one is PizzaPie20. I've only been casting since 5 a.m., guys. I'm fine.
That shout-out's for free.
Yeah, that one's... yeah. All right, let me get this overlay set up correctly. It looks like, well, it's almost correct. Unfortunately, they're on the wrong sides. So now we give you guys a look behind the curtain a little bit as I adjust this. Great. All right. Does that look okay? It looks not great, but it's... All right, here we are, guys, for game number 1 or 2, up in the top left-hand side in the blue, from 3D Clan. It's B.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, the Red Terran, it is Future. Quick update back to the bracket. Looks like Asuna and Cuddle Bear are waiting in the top half of the semifinals. Asuna with the 2-0 upset over Gerald.
Wow.
Yeah. Way to go. Looking forward to that.
Very nicely done. Congrats to them. So they will be the next series coming out here.
So we have these players that aren't using their actual names, right? They become either too known on the ladder or just for a bit of fun, whatever the reason is. I know that the only people to take serious on the ladder personally are those who named themselves Cyril.
That's true.
I faced many Cyrils on the ladder.
Yeah. And it's always him. You're playing the real Cyril. Isn't that crazy?
You are not actually allowed to change your name to Cyril unless you're Cyril.
Yeah, that's the rules.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
Same thing. Like if you ask a cop, if they're a cop, they have to tell you.
They have to. I don't know how that joke ever became a thing.
I think it was movies, right?
Was it movies?
I think so. Like I think
I learned everything from movies.
Because I like all the times I ever saw it was like jokes in movies where like people were joking about that, and then they were always like I think in like the first couple movies I saw like that were maybe older, they didn't say like people didn't call them out on it. They were just like, you have to say if you're a cop, man, and they just kind of moved past it, and then like it turned into more of like a obvious joke. But I don't know. I remember people saying that it was the thing in middle school. Yeah. People saying like it was fact.
Oh man, the things I learned in like elementary school, middle school that weren't fact. Like, did you know that if you throw rocks at a tornado, it'll go away?
Whoa.
I believe that really hardcore from like ages 6 to 8, maybe longer. It took me a while to reconcile things that I was sure were fact.
The foundation of your reality is just shifted.
Oh my god. It was such a significant, it was like one of the first things. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I've learned something. And I latched onto that little bit of information super hard.
I relate to that very hard. When I learned something new about StarCraft, like when I learned that 3 Dark Templar kill a hatchery before a Overseer moves in above it, anytime I could find a way to squeeze that into a cast, I would do it. Like even like I was like, oh, there's a Twilight Council. He could get a Dark Templar, and then did you know? And like,
did you know?
I did it for like a couple months, and I was like reviewing my VODs, and I was like, man, I say that like every game, even if there's not Dark Templar. Jesus.
Did you know 3 Dark Templar? Is it 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
So, Casey, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
and sure. This is a comedian's joke, but it is a good question. Is a hippopotamus a hippopotamus, or is it just a really cool eponymous?
I
like that one. This is a good amount of damage. Oh, that's a great lineup. There it is. 7 go down.
He could get.
Oh, get that shot!
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, your micro
that was sad.
Less than perfect.
How dare you not be flawless?
Oh, but 7. That's a lot of.
That's very decent damage. Yeah, 28 to 34. That working count now.
That's a whole round of drones, right? I mean,
yeah, a whole round of drones. Going to start to really hurt that, or affect that larva economy. Hurt will remain to be seen. Losing a lot of Zerglings right now, that will start to hurt, as that's going to mean that he's going to have to be trying to remake Workers and remake this army that he's losing right now. And one of those two things is going to have to give, and it's looking like the army will be the thing too, as he makes 6 drones up next with his larva that he has available. Does still have a bit more, but not yet investing it towards anything. And looks like Future not going to be in much of a position to go for any of it, sort of an attack in the near future, so we'll be able to get away with this, and B, we'll be able to reestablish a worker lead, as is to be expected at this point of the game here for the Zerg.
There's a cancel there. I think that was a 4th Rax got canceled. He's on course for strong bio play, dropping a reactor down with the starport. I expect double medevac. Did I catch Stim? Was Stim already done?
Yeah, Stim is already finished up. Combat shields on the way with +1 weapons as well. We have the 2nd and 3rd gases being taken now for B, as well as the 4th and 5th gases being taken with the Roach Warren layer on the way. Likely some sort of Spire or Hydralistent coming up behind this as well with the amount of gases we see being taken. far as what his path, path of upgrades is going to be here, we'll have to see. At the very least, Roach Speed and +1 Carapace already underway, of course. Roach Speed, I'm sure, going to be coming out here as that layer finishes. And that second Evo Chamber as well, allowing him to get even more upgrades. The +1 missile attack, perhaps. To strengthen this force, the Viking trades its life for that Overlord. I think did get a little bit of energy for a transfuse, so, not the worst thing in the world. But now it is Future. Marching through the center of the map, a 14 army supply lead, down about 16 workers at the moment, but it has a much more powerful army in the short term as a result of it. The Roach count, though, is going to continue to climb, and as Ravagers get mixed in, he's going to be dicey. Oh, is he pulling again?
24.
Oh my goodness. Future loves pulling these SCVs, man.
It's all or nothing now, and he's really good at these pushes, and if all he needs is that little bit more to lock it in, that's what these SCVs are. This is I would say less of a gamble with what he's got here, and there it is. Stem, 1 siege tank, look, the drones and the workers and the queen, take out the queen.
Very nicely done, and there's still so many SCVs alive here on the low ground as they push up the ramp. He's trying to make Ravagers right now. That's not a good time. So Marines are going to open up, pushing forward, and now the Ravagers getting canceled. He's getting good damage. B on the ropes here in the semifinals as Future looks to make his claim to be our champion and get himself a spot in the grand finals. 12 drones go down. All the SCV buffer is gone as well, but it will not matter. Future is dominant and proves why he is king. B will fall to the third place match, and Future moves on to the finals. Hey, Gamer Richie, thank you very much for the host. Welcome, everybody, from his chat. Hope you had a fantastic stream, and welcome, guys, to the season finale of the Pizza Pie tournament that's been going on for the past, 6 months or so-ish?
For this season, yeah.
This season, yeah, 6 months-ish. This is the second year of tournaments. We have 20 tournaments coming up in 2020 as well. We are part of the OSC League, and now, here in the semi-season finals, players are fighting for their share of an over $250 prize pool. And we just saw Future of Terran, the Infinity Gaming Terran from North America, claim his spot in the grand finals. And now we will be going in to Asuna versus Cuddle Bear, and we'll go ahead and check in with them. Cool. So let me go ahead and summon those guys.
I'm gonna dash away and grab a slice of pizza.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw it to a short little break here, guys, while we get those players in here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be right back, guys.